Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name remains Real Talk with Auntie Aduni. Thank you to all my subscribers who are on this channel. If you have not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe during or before the end of the video, as I'll be bringing you interesting videos, something to learn from, something to share with, something we can all learn from each other, okay? As I take my time to read comments. There is this post that I was going viral yesterday, and I want to share it with you to know what you think about this video, not a video, about this post. This post was credited to Pastor David Ibiyewumi. Okay, let me read out what it says. What it said, it's a season where they are fasting. Okay, it's a season because they know you are going to pay first fruit very soon, so they need to prepare you and get you ready to drop everything. Aṣọ aláṣọ lọ̀gá ń gbà gbóra, ọjọ́ tí kinní kan bá rí kinní kan, ọjọ́ yẹn ló máa dá tiẹ̀ sílẹ̀. For those who don't understand Yoruba, it's ọ̀fọ̀ no máa ń pè, kí ló ń pè ọ̀fọ̀ lóyìnbó? If you know what is ọ̀fọ̀, please put it in the comment section for people. The grammar has run away from my head now. There is this saying in Yoruba that when something sees something, that the day something sees something, it is that day that thing will pour out everything on his hand. That is the case of pastor and their followers. Okay? Because they have done your home, join work. When you see them, whatever they say, you must do. So there is this post that was credited to Pastor David Ibiyewumi, and I'm going to read it and put it on the screen by the side. He said, for 21 days, members of the Salvation Ministry in Port Harcourt who are couples have been asked to stay away from being intimate with themselves. According to the founder of the church, Pastor David Ibiyewumi, on Sunday, January 8th, the congregation will go into prayer and fasting. They said, Ibiyewumi, quoting from 1 Corinthians 7:5, said, abstinence will not kill anyone, at least for a period of just 3 weeks. So, the founder of Salvation Ministry in Port Harcourt has ordered married couples in his church from being intimate. Okay, that was last week, Sunday. The outspoken Christian cleric noted that abstinence from affairs will not and does not kill anyone, and that in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 7:5 recommends it for spouses during fasting. He cautioned those who believe that they can break their fasting with food and sexual affairs for the day to steer clear from it and drop such mentality, which he said is associated with persons who wish to twist the Bible to gratify their fleshly lust. And they quote his word to say, abstain from sex this fasting season, because I've heard people say, my husband said that once he breaks, since we eat food, we should eat this one too. So, I've heard it all. As a pastor, they say, please talk to my husband that we are fasting. And he went forward, he said, they are not sinners. 2 of them are members of the church. They said, since we eat food, this one too. Please, 1 Corinthians 7:5, let us close. All the married couple, read this scripture that you break with food doesn't mean you should break with everything. 21 days no go kill you. Stay away from that area. Life is not about benching. This is not the time to sleep with your husband and wife. Can you hear what I'm saying? From tomorrow, close that place till 21 days. You know people, when it comes to bad things, they preach the Bible, they will not read. They say, since we break with food, why don't we break for the other one? When we break finish, we will continue the fasting. Na lie o, it's not so. That is what is credited and quoted according to the news sites where I got this post. Before you abuse me, because I know there are followers on my channel now, let us read what 1 Corinthians said first. He said, defraud you not one or the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. From my own understanding, because at least I can understand English, Okay. Let me read it from another version. Let me read commentary version. Commentary version says, do not deprive each other except by mutual consent, and it has to be for a time that you may devote yourself to prayer, then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. Okay. Remember, it was Paul that wrote the book of Corinthians. Okay. That means Paul is saying what he feels couple should do. Now, to me, it is left for this couple to do what they feel for each other. But for a man of God to now tell couples what to do with themselves in their bedroom, in their house that they are paying their own rent, with their own body, I always say something. These pastors, they have turned themselves to, in fact, they are worse than colonial master. When you put a leash on something, you tell that thing how far it can go. This is one of their leeches on couples. When I was breaking now, they will say I was not aware. They are never aware. The Bible says it has to be with mutual consent. That means if your husband is saying, I don't want to fast, to a woman, the woman does not have the right to say, I want to fast and I'm abstaining. That is my own understanding. If a woman says she's not fasting, that means the husband has to consent until they agree. Not because one pastor said we are fasting. If the pastor feels he has to fast for his ministry, it is his own prerogative, his own responsibility to fast for his ministry. For couples fasting for their homes, it is their prerogative. It is their responsibility and their right to choose when, how, and how long they want to do it. He's your pastor. I know you will trust him and believe him than me. But I'm just saying my own understanding. This is what I understand from what I have read, except I know here English again. Number one, I am living a reality that the Bible was written by people. You can say by inspiration of God. Many books are written by inspiration. Take it or leave it. I can decide to pick a book now. I can decide to pick a paper and a book and be penning down my mind, and I will put it out the way I feel. They said it was written by inspiration of God, right? Okay. The people that wrote the Bible, I'm yet to see them living 100% according to it. I live among them, so I can talk. I have gone to their churches. I am yet to see them even living. I have seen pastors in churches here. When it is time for smoking, they take a break to smoke. Yes, because it is part of their living. They feel it is their right. They feel it is what they enjoy to do. Remember this Paul, they said the man never benched in his life. He was an Enoch. Okay? Somebody that is an Enoch, we never enjoyed benching, is now telling people that knows the sweetness of benching not to bench. He did not even say people should not bench. He said it has to be mutual consent. And this fasting, he never made it compulsory. But your pastors, like I always put this picture beside me, they will always put a chain on your hand, on your leg, and on your neck as a leech. They will be the one to. Now they have come inside people's bedroom. It's not their first time anyway. But I'm disappointed that people are still listening to this kind of preaching. I'm taking it. They have entered people's bedroom to tell man and woman, couple, we marry to be together, cohabit, whatever, together. As that when their body desire it, they are now telling them that even after fasting, by the end of that fasting, nothing for 3 good weeks. Before I go on, let's watch these pictures rolling by. That is Pastor David Ibiyewumi. He is 60 plus. The wife is almost 60 or about 62. Those are the couples that have enjoyed their youth very well. In that their church, they will have young couple. They will have couples who are just starting. They have couples that their body is still very, very sexually active. Especially even men and women. These days, couples express themselves intimately than they used to in those days. This man already, this bad David, the be your woman. Nothing when it comes to bedroom matter anymore as a day. Nothing. With his age, he cannot do much again. Look at his wife too. The woman is an old woman. Waiting remain. Of course, staying off will be easy. Even for somebody of my age, I'm in my 50s too. Mid-50s. It's not a big deal for me anymore. But in those days, it was a big deal. These are the people telling couples to abstain for 3 weeks. Of course, the man will say he is abstaining. For the women, we get sense. I'm talking to women now. This prayer and fasting, number one, let me tell you, prayers are wishes. I will not stop saying it. And if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. Fasting never changes any situation. Fasting only changes you. It's good for your weight loss. If fasting make prayers to be answered, then you don't have to be praying every year. Benny, I can't remember the decade, not even year, that I fasted last. Initially, my strength couldn't carry long fasting. That's 100 days fasting they do in Redeem. I've never done it. Maybe I will try 3 weeks or maximum 2 months. No, 2 months, Kemi Osheri. Maybe maximum 1 month. It's my husband that used to do that 3 weeks, and his trousers will be falling down, will become very lean. He died when it was time. He became sick. Many things happened. I don't fast. I stopped fasting decades ago. Onyibos that gave us Bible don't even fast. With the aroma of smell of food going around them, it will be tough to fast in this country when you are seeing food everywhere. And yet their prayers are being answered. Fasting is more like a diet. He will say it will make you to be attuned to the spirit. What spirit is pursuing you? It's only in our country. Now, this man has told you how to live your life. It's your life, oh. But my question is, how will young couples that their body is still very active sexually, how are they going to cope with this? How are they going to handle it? He's saying for 3 good weeks. Of course, he does even 1 day. As he is, for 1 year, he might not even do anything with his age. He's old. I don't know what to think about this. But let us go to some of the comments I read on this post. And let's go into the comments. Now let's read some of the comments I saw under the post. Just few comments, and you put your own comments down. One Duru China Cherem said, I'm surprised by some comments. Let me just say this marriage is ordained by God. So everything that happens at night or day is approved. But anytime you want to seek the face of God through praying and fasting, then sanctification, holiness, purification is needed. So if you know you can't keep it for 21 days straight, you and your wife should decide on how far you can go and have peace. So it's only when they are fasting and when they are fasting that they can keep sanctification, holiness, and purification. You see how we deceive ourselves. So after the fasting, you go back to your sin. It is better you are conscious of whatever you are doing. But to say you will never sin, that is a lie. Take it or leave it. It's either you sin by anger. This one they will say, where some people are holy. Nobody holy. Stop deceiving yourself. Just make a conscious effort to live good. Juliet Onyekachi said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. With this kind weather, Akiko, it doesn't stop your prayers. Just use that 21 days and change your bad attitude. Help the needy and spread love among humanity. I love this comment. That is what God is looking at, not what you are doing with your spouse. Oh, I love this comment, Baje. So another comment says, Unwaku Blessed Monday said, And the church members shouldn't give offering for the 21 days. All of us have to give up something to seek the face of God. Kai, I like this person wey give this comment. I wish I can see the person. I for dash am something. He said, okay, since the pastor is asking people, okay, let the church too give offering, give up collecting offering, tithe and everything for 21 days. In fact, that comment gather lot of reaction. So another person said in 1 Corinthians 7:5 that your pastor quoted, Apostle Paul was making his own opinion. It was not a command. Okay? Like I said, and his opinion is spiritual and beneficial for connectivity and sacrifice. He said God honors sacrifice. And if one man can sacrifice that period and discipline his flesh, then the reward will be blessed. But my question is, how come? So every time with all the fasting people are fasting in that country, how come the country that is not fasting is better than us? It's just a question. Because we can't carry this Christianity thing past people wey get am. We dey see the people wey get am for here. Do they even have time for going for service 3 times a week? If you see them once a week, I was called yesterday because some people are losing members. They will call remember, say we exist. Sir, we no see you. I say see me for where? Anyway, that's on the nighter note. So somebody said, I think I have had everything in this country. I hereby donate my ears to charity. That a God of man will be the one, a pastor will be the one to dictate how people will live their life. Couples, adults, matured people, don't enter. When I tell people, say all these people wey dey follow Nigerian God of men, they don't enter inside slave camp. They will abuse it, say make I bring it. And then go see come tell husband and wife when they won't bench. So if husband something stand in the morning, so if husband something stand in the morning, they sleep. I mean, they will not sleep on the same bed again. Why do we like to deceive? These pastors like to deceive people. Couple will sleep on the same bed. Husband something naturally in the morning, his thing will stand up, either he likes it or not. While he's sleeping with the wife, they will wrap each other unconsciously. The thing will shook the wife body. Ordinary say the thing don't stand, it shook the wife body. While I dey even though they've been doing this thing for long, I expect our people say make them go don't wake up. They know wetin dem dey listen to. If marriages start getting problem now, if gbasgbos started happening in the family, they will say I am not aware. They will never be aware. Anyway, thank you for watching. I don't know what you feel about this video. I don't know if it is right for a man, 60-something-year-old man wey him no work again, to dey tell young people whether na so himself dey keep him body when he dey that time. Stop believing these people everything they say. They say something else, they do something else in their closets. Because we are flesh and blood. We are created flesh and blood. I know it is possible for people to abstain. I'm not saying it is not possible. I know it is possible. Okay, for example, somebody that doesn't have husband, either she likes it or not. It is not every time. If she doesn't have any relationship, now so her body go dey. It can be like that for the next 1 year. It can be like that for the next 2 years. It does not mean she does not have craving. The same thing with a man. And the funny thing is that men old, they can't keep it the way we women can keep our body. If I grow hold your husband go bench your house help or go bench somebody else, then get belle for him. Problem with yin 21 days. Tonyonyo. Gbogbo yin ma wa all right. One old man go dey tell you, one old man wey in brokos is not working again. Now him go tell you as you go operate your body, you and your wife. Until I come your way again, let me go. I remain yours. Real talk with Auntie Adwini. And if I no be yours, I remain myself. Real talk with Auntie Adwini. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, if you like my content, subscribe and kindly share. Share to young couple. Make them no try am. Young couple, make them no try am. No try am. No vouch for your man. No just try am. Give the man in food when he wants. It does not stop your fasting. Have mutual consent. Let us read it again. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 5-6. Let's read it wetin e talk again. If mutual consent dey, the man say oya go ahead, no problem. If he say no, na no. The same thing goes with the woman. And for you men, no think your woman too no fit go do outside. Trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. I'm not saying all women are like that. No, some women are clean, but it is better you don't tempt yourselves. Even this Bible wey we dey read, we dey write up, e tell us make we no tempt ourselves. When Satan, they say Satan go tempt Jesus, wetin Jesus tell am? He say, get it behind me, no tempt me. Because wetin? Flesh and blood go rise. When blood rise, brokos dey rise.